Here is Sweeny in Atlanta. How are things with the Titanic, Sweeny?
Is that what we're comparing it to now, Mike?
Getting there quickly, the way things are going. 4-9 the last 13, 5 games out, no runs scored. And the Red Sox against the first of the kid pitches, 11 runs last night. See how they do against Stammen tonight. Lannon only gave up 3, but then they clobbered the bullpen, and they won 11-3. Now they get Stammen tonight. How about the Yankees, who get Zippo on Hansen and friends last night?
Yeah, it just seems to keep on going. 2 weeks ago, 14 days ago, they were in Boston, tied for first place, and now they're 5 games out. Just 14 days later,
weren't they a game up when they went there? They were a game up.
They were a game up when they got there. The series started on the 9th.
Yeah, they're game up, and now they're 5 out.
Yeah, on the 10th they were dead even, and now they're 5 out. So, yeah, it hasn't been a good couple of weeks for these guys. They just can't hit. I mean, I've been getting messages from people about Wong, this and that. I mean, Wong lost 3-2 and 4-0 in his last 2 starts. He's not the problem right now.
No, he was all right yesterday, and the one inning where he actually was a pitch away from getting out of that inning, because he was 0-2 to Escobar.
I've only
and
seen
then
it
McCann
once.
hit a good.
Alex could have made that play.
The good Alex could have, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And also McCann actually hit a good pitch. He's a very good hitter.
Yep.
And then he gives up the 2-run single. Chipper, I don't know how Chipper didn't score from first base with 2 out on that ball, because he's got to be running all the way. The ball at the wall, but he stopped at third base. Maybe Chipper just doesn't want to run 3 bases. But and then Anderson knocks in 2.
Yeah, and you've seen that before, haven't you?
Yeah, old pro that he is, absolutely. So we've seen that for many years with him with the Angels forever. So and then that was it. But I tell you, the telling at bat, Sweeny, was Teixeira walks, and that kid comes right after A-Rod and throws strike 1. Strike 2 is a pitch that he fouls back. That I'm telling you, is a pitch that I bet you in his career he hasn't missed 10 times. It is a dead, flat, right down the middle fastball, and he doesn't get it. He pops it up behind the plate, out of bounds, out into the seats. And I'm telling you, we're watching it right now. The second pitch is a room service fastball. And you could see he was just shocked that he popped it up. You know that?
Yeah, and you know what, Mike? I think you're just seeing what the effects of a month later really happens on him, because when he first came back, he wasn't getting a lot of pitches to hit. He was taking some walks, but when he got pitches, he was hitting them. He was putting some good swings on the ball, and he hasn't been doing that lately for the last 3 weeks now. It's been terrible, and they're paying the price right now for not giving him a day off. I don't know if that would have been the sole reason for it. Maybe this would have happened anyway, but I told you this this earlier this week, Mike. We're really not sure what we're going to get here the rest of the way. I mean, Alex Rodriguez had a pretty significant surgery and is trying to come back from it. He's not going to be all-star or MVP A-Rod the rest of the way, but is he something between this and MVP A-Rod? He can't just be this the rest of the way, or else this is a total disaster.
Sweeny, here's the question, and you're there every day. You can answer it better than we can. Is A-Rod playing at 30% and he's just trying to get through it? Is he playing at 60% and just trying to get through it? Is he healthy and he just hasn't, gotten his act together? Or is he playing in pain? I know there's a lot of people now who feel he is playing in pain. I've heard that a lot in the last 3 days from people I trust. What do you think's going on? I'm not there. I don't know. What do you think's going on?
Yeah, it's hard to judge. I'll tell you this though, Mike. Probably about 2 or 3 weeks after he came back, I noticed that he had greatly improved. His swings were better. He was moving better in the field. I think he tried to steal his first base, and you could just tell he was not being tentative in anything he was doing, whether it was going after ground balls or on the base paths. You could tell how tentative he was early on. But then about 2 or 3 weeks in, that changed. Since then, he's gone backwards again. So exactly how it's feeling and how much pain he's in, I can't tell you. But clearly, he's not the same player he was 3 weeks ago.
What do you think the Yankees can do? 3 things. 1, do nothing. 2, sit him down. 3, drop him in the lineup. What will they do?
I don't think they'll stick to this sit him down once a week thing. I don't know if dropping him in the lineup is a great idea. There's not a lot of protection for him, down further in the lineup. and you're still going to find yourself in situations where, no matter if you bat him seventh, he's going to come up with two guys on base, and you're going to want him to drive the ball into the gap or into the seats. So I don't know what the solution is, Mike. I think right now they're going to try this. He's playing tonight. Girardi indicated yesterday he was going to miss one of these games, so I would guess then that he's not going to play tomorrow and then play all three games against the Mets.
It doesn't make. All right, let's get to Posada, the next problem. He's not in the lineup tonight. That was an awful performance by Posada last night. I'm not going to get involved in the strikeouts because, you know what, he's done that before, and anybody can strike out. So, yeah. But the throw from his knees was a bad sign. It was almost like a give-up. It was almost like a frustration. He shouldn't have thrown the ball, number one. Number two, he just throws it in from his knees way into center field. That was a lousy display by Posada. It really was.
It wasn't a good decision to throw it, and he knew it. He mentioned that afterwards. That's really the part that bothers him more than anything else. He's been able to. Just a couple of days ago, he threw out a couple of guys, and he says, if you give me the chance to throw him out, I'll do it. Wong's never been particularly good at holding runners. Yesterday, like you said, he threw from his knees and made a poor choice and a bad throw when he threw from his knees. That's the part that bothered him. Is that a sign of bigger things? I'm not sure that it is. He just I guess maybe in that situation, as we talked about earlier, he's one strike from getting out of that inning. And maybe he thought, if he throws him out, you can still get out of this inning unscathed. The team isn't hitting. Every run looks huge right now. Maybe he thought he had a chance to get out of that inning if he just, did whatever he could to get that ball down there.